Yo, wagwan. Tis your boy, Shiton Legendary, and we are back with another Skyrim photo session. This photo session is mostly centered around interiors, because I kind of realized that I don't do photos indoors as much as I do outdoors. So, with that being said, we got Rhea, Aaliyah, and the day, okay? 3 characters as per usual, and a little bit of scenery. I did some scenery this time again. Well, look, I'm gonna need you to do a couple of things. Hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification bell shows you people join Legend Clan support trying to become legendary. Check out Instagram. That's where I post most of these photos, deviant for the stuff that's just a little too much for Instagram, but never too much. Don't go over there expecting madness. Check out the gaming channel if you want. I play all kinds of games over there. Check out the music channel. Your boy is always making some music. Always, baby. With that being said, let's go. Alrighty, after 60 years, I finally fixed some crap. I've downloaded a bunch of graphical mods to make my game. The interiors look better, right? But then, as you look at this, you're probably like, I mean, it's clean, but it looks like how you always got it. And that's because all the stuff I downloaded, I deleted. Because it was whack. The only thing extra it did was kind of like add rays, sun rays going downward. But it made the game really gray, kind of grainy. It just wasn't good. I was a little confused because people were acting like it was the greatest selection of mods known to mankind. Now, the selection of mods I have are just what I downloaded randomly and what I thought would work. Only thing I'm really looking for now is like city interiors and stuff like that. But yeah, no, that stuff was poo. And then after I had deleted everything, I forgot to update the idle joints. So when I went to record, none of the poses were working. I was like, what the fuck is the problem now? I forgot to update the poses and stuff because one of them used the Forge idle, whatever the fuck it's called. So, but we back in action now. It just wasn't that good looking. Okay, what I got here is pretty much gorgeous. Like, I really don't even have to change this if I don't want to. I might change it a little bit just to add some color, but I ain't gotta touch this. I'm like, you know what? I didn't realize that the selection I had got was so dang clean, so I'm gonna keep it. We ain't gonna touch nothing. See, now the only thing I will do is make it a little darker so that the colors are sharper, stand out more, and are even prettier, more striking. You know what I'm saying? Because even though it is mostly about the character, the background still should look pretty incredible too, as you can now see. Okay, so yeah, that mod, well, it wasn't a mod pack, but it was a selection of mods that looked good from the pictures. And then the problem is when you download one mod, that mod has a bunch of mods you have to download, and then that mod might have some you gotta download. So it was a bunch. They just weren't all that great looking, if I'm being honest. So I'm like, let me just stick with what I got. The only thing I need realistically, now that I'm looking at what I did in the selection of stuff that I have, is I just need to update some of the cities. Some of my cities are a little boring. Whiterun is all special, but that's the only one I have special textures for and stuff. I want something a little different. I dang near want my Skyrim not to fully look like Skyrim. Certain cases, not all cases, but in certain cases. Like, I want you to be able to tell that it is Skyrim, just really well quality. Those mods didn't do that. They added the grayish problem that Skyrim always had in the first problem. I mean, the first place was Skyrim has always had it's just always been a little too gray. Like, if I hop on the Xbox right now, it'll be very gray. That's kind of always been Skyrim. I mean, it is that now, even with all these great mods that I got on, it is still a bit gray. Interiors usually are not very gray. Like, as we can see here, there's not very much gray. There's a lot of, Man, hold up. So you just gonna watch this much of the video, and you not even gonna subscribe? Nah, don't wave to them. They ain't even hit the subscribe button. Come on now, hit that subscribe button. Aqua. Not a lot of gray. Aqua is fine. It adds a level of spectacular quality that you can't normally get your hands on. Gray, not so much. Gray is what makes a game look old. Even if it ain't that old, or if it is old, that's the problem. Grayscale, there's too much gray. You go on GTA 4, it's gray as fuck. You hop on GTA 5, it's not very gray. I'm saying that's what makes GTA 5, after all these years, can still look pretty refreshing. As where if you get on GTA 4, its age shows quite well. It's too gray. A lot of old games are very gray. Saints Row 1 was decently gray, depending on where you went. That was also another beauty of Saints Row 1. It was also fairly colorful during certain times of the day in the game. Saints Row 2 is very gray. Sometimes it tends to look older than Saints Row 1 because of how gray it is. But then you got games like Saints Row 3, where if you hop on Saints Row 3, its age might show because of its models and all that are just a little outdated now, being a 2011 game, but it's not very gray at all. It is a very colorful game, and because of that, it's a game that always looks refreshing when you see it. Like, you know how old it is, but it doesn't give off that feeling because it's not very gray. That's your biggest thing when it comes to modding games, and especially if you're trying to use it for like graphical purposes. Got to get rid of a lot of gray. Not so much to where your game is fucking blinding and looks like an acid trip, but enough to where it looks updated. Skyrim does not look like this on the norm. Not one bit. Feel what I'm saying? That selection I had got my hands on was way too gray. I'm like, I feel like I'm on fucking regular vanilla graphics again. Then it toned down the character's skin tone, the shine, all that. The character didn't look healthy. Felt like I was back in 2014 when I first got my hands on a couple of mods. Actually, on that one's cool. We're using mostly warrior characters here. I'm trying to get them in some more warrior looking poses. I'm going to be using my fighter characters. Yeah, that's the biggest thing when you're trying to update a game and make it look clean. Get rid of all that dang gray that a lot of these games suffer from. Old games, at least. Not new games, of course. Hop on Cyberpunk. Not very gray. That game is dang clean, dude. Almost too clean. Sometimes I don't even be wanting to do pictures on other games if I do Cyberpunk first. I gotta do other games first before I do my Cyberpunk photos. Otherwise, I'll hop on those games and be like, dang, this just ain't nearly as good. This just ain't nearly as good, dude. I always make sure I do other games before I do my Cyberpunk. Oops. Yeah, I was having some issues trying to get those mods working. It worked. It just wasn't all that great looking. The only ones I did keep was the one that cleans up some of the... Like, normally when you enter in certain interiors in Skyrim, it's supposed to be like dust floating, but it looks more like thin clouds. That worked pretty good. That worked pretty good. You'll mainly see it when I get them back to the city. That's what we're mostly interior themed stuff here. But it wasn't that great looking. This is kind of whack, if I'm being honest. This get far better colorization. We might do a little bit of extra photos though, because there's the first part of Sky Temple Haven. That's where we are right now. That first part is clean as fuck, so I'm probably gonna give her another outfit and do something there. Or maybe we'll do 4 characters. There's no specific theme for this episode outside of interior design, so I'll probably do multiple characters. I got a lot of warrior characters, so I wouldn't mind hopping on some extra. See, even after trying to set this dang video up for a whole hour, I'm still okay with hopping on more than 1 character or more than 3 characters and doing some extra photos. Because it's far more enjoyable. You're trying to, you know, Set up some bullcrap that you ain't actually trying to do. Look at the head. Oh. That crap took an hour to set. Like I said, the the animation stopped working. I'm like, what the fuck is the problem now, baby? Can I just get started with this dang video? Huh. We're here now. 2 hours later. Took a little while. Got it now. I forgot that one of the mods. What the heck is it called? Finis? Yeah, I'm gonna just call it Finis because it's F-N-I-S. Or's new something. I don't remember. I forgot to update it. We're back in action now. But like I was saying, one thing I was trying to say before I realized that the preset was pretty dang ugly was because initially I was gonna do like outside stuff, but we just did our last set was a beach themed Cyberpunk Skyrim set, so I'm like, let me not do it too soon. We already just did that. Let's do something else. What I was gonna be saying was, until I realized how ugly the stuff was the streaming. I wanted to stream more often, but I kind of forgot how taxing it is on your computer. So having our games at high graphics, 4Ks and all this extraterrestrial stuff, and streaming, I don't think it's gonna work too well. I'll probably keep the streaming to the gaming channel. Like late nights when I'm chilling and I'm about to go to bed, I might stream a little something before I do. Because yeah, that's why the stream crashed. My whole dang screens went dark. The graphics card was not feeling it, and I cannot afford to risk the graphics card. I cannot afford that at all. So, graphic card prices out here is insane. I would have to go with the fucking something cheap. I got a dang graphics card in my closet, one of these closets. Problem is, it's a 1080 point, if I'm not mistaken, which is way less than what I got right now. I don't know how well that's going to work for, you know, virtual photography. So, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I will not be able to do photography streams. That is extremely expensive on the, or extremely powerful on the graphics card. Like I said, I cannot afford to lose a graphics card right now. The screens went black. The game started acting. Well, the game disappeared. OBS was a weird green screen with like red stripes, like an old school fucking failing 8-bit game. Like the game is about to fail on you. It's just like you're just seeing like a weird screen, not the actual game. Yeah, I've never seen that before. Then not only that, it is summer. It gets hot as fuck here. It was hot in the room. The computer is getting hot, more hotter than I realized. We got a game at its maximum capacity while streaming 8,000 bits. That's why when we were doing the Fortnite section on that stream, it couldn't load the map. The map is half the size of the full-scale map that you can create on Fortnite. So, yeah, we're gonna have to keep the streaming to the basics. That is, playing some video games late night before I go to sleep. Late night streams. Late night streams that'll get less and less late as time go on, because I'm trying to correct my sleeping hours. Instead of a stream starting up out of nowhere at like 10 p.m. start at like 8 p.m., which would be better for most folks. I know there's a lot of folks out there who won't be going to sleep at the proper times like myself. So it'd be better if we the main reason I do it is because I'm getting ready to go to sleep, and it's a better way. It's better to play something super chill to help me get tired faster. And I need to get my my exercising regimen back in play. I've been slacking because I've been so dang busy trying to get a proper schedule, trying to fit all this stuff in. Hold on, man. Trying to fit all this working in and stuff. So finding a gooder, finding a better sleep schedule so I can get more hours of sleep. Fortunately, when I get up, I'm up. Taking naps, I can't take no naps. Once I'm up, I'm up. So, better that if I'm getting much better sleeping hours. I mean, I usually get about 7-ish, but there's a lot of times where I won't get my good 7 hours of sleeping. Very important. Very important. But then once I wake up, I don't like taking naps. Because then it's like, I could take a nap, but I also could go work on something a lot more important. I'm just one of those type of people. Once I'm up, I'm up. There's no time for sleeping until it's time for sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Alright, boom, that's a full 10 right there. Yeah, I'm gonna do 4 characters because I got a lot of powerful fighters. So, we're gonna do 4 melee characters. I'm mostly sticking to melee characters. Yeah, once I'm up, I'm up. Okay, I ain't even gonna lie. I was gonna go for a little bit more armor for this character. Okay, I doubt anybody's gonna complain. But I forgot about this old as fuck mod. But look at the purple light though. Look how pretty that is. Look at that. Ain't that real pretty? I ain't never seen this purple before. I'm in I still don't know how to say that. Solstheim. I don't fucking know. But look how pretty that purple is. I don't know what cave this is, but we about to check it out. It might be a little laggy because for some reason, normally when I do my photos, I don't connect directly to the game because the game is fucking massive. I do these in 4K. You guys are seeing it in 1080p, but I do this in 4K. So if I connect directly to the game, it'll be a little laggy. So typically what I'll do is, I won't connect directly to the game. For some dang reason, it decided to do it anyways for me when I didn't want it to. So it's gonna be a little laggy. I ain't been down here in a minute. How clean it is down here. Look how beautiful it is down here. This is a part of a quest that I do not remember how to do, but we didn't come here for the quest. Although if there is loot, I will happily take it. Came down here to use this cave for her photos. And that's exactly what we about to do. How pretty it is down here though. That's exactly why we came here. Okay. We're on Aaliyah, of course, because this is my most powerful warrior. I have no warrior more powerful than her. So obviously we had to hop on her. I mean, the fit is crazy. Yeah, I know. Got a little cheeks out and all that, but hey, who's complaining? Not me. See real quick though, that purple is pretty as fuck. I kind of really want to use this. I don't do enough scenery shots anyways, so hold on real quick. We're gonna keep it at 80. Let's get her out of the way. I don't do enough scenery shots anyway, so let's collect this purple right here. Make that shine just a little bit. You feel me? Look how pretty that is. But I don't do enough interior scenery photos anyway, so this would be perfect. Quick little 5 shots, you know what I mean? Quick little 5 shots. You know what I need to do too? It's been a long time. I have not done a little short music video in a hot minute. I should do something with Skyrim. That'd be tight. That right there. Actually, matter of fact, let me go back up. Caught this right here at the front door. Feel me? Feel what I'm saying? Alright, and we'll do the rest because we can't see the water. Can't see with all the water. Okay. Now the fit I was going to use for her was obviously going to be a bit more covering. But I kind of forgot about this old mod, and I forgot it's one of the rare old mods that actually work with the newer body types. Okay. As most of y'all been knowing for a long time, that she always been a little chunky. So I ain't think it was going to work. But it did. It did. I'm like, well, who's really gonna complain? Who's really gonna be upset at the fact of the outfit choice here? Probably no one. I mean, I'm sure somebody. But I don't give a crap. Boom, there we go. Wait, actually, hold on, what am I talking about, boom? Look at that. Wait, now I gotta do 10. But where do I find 10 photos in such a small spot? Not like this place is huge or anything. Oh, this camera is so slow. Speed that up a little bit. Dude, when I'm done with this, I need to do some GTA and some Black Desert photos. I might get back on some Fort, though. Build a new map, record it for the gaming channel after I record a little bit of Call of Duty. I know what some of you are thinking. Call of Duty? Hear me out real quick, okay? That Clash game mode, I've been trying to think of a build to make it fun again like it was back in the day. Of course, that's going to be after I finish my photos, because my photos are a lot more important. But I forgot that there is the mystical, magical power of the hand cannon. Okay? A big Desert Eagle shooting explosive bullets. The thing only costs like $2 grand. You could just run around with those the whole fucking game. I probably easily make like 40,000 per game, so I can have as many hand cannons as need be, which would allow me to absolutely decimate people with zero issue. You feel what I'm saying? Now, of course, like I said, that's going to be after I finish the actual important stuff. But it wouldn't hurt to try. And if it fails, well, then I'll be disappointed at the fact that I did indeed waste my time messing around on Call of Duty instead of building a new map on Fortnite. But I think it might work. I think it'll be good content. Hopefully. Hopefully. You also see how clean my water is? For some reason, my water mod disabled. So it was, I mean, it was still clean, but it wasn't this. It wasn't vanilla, obviously. Oh, I'm taking way too many pictures. I done took like 12. Ah, shoot. I'm messing up. You know, but yeah, I want to test that one last thing out before I completely give up on it, which is not too far from happening. Alright, let's move back to our shiny model here. I left this skin model on an accident a long time ago, and I was like, you know what? Once again, who's gonna complain? The purple, though, goodness gracious, is so pretty. Can't really use this area because it's all weird and rocky, but it's all nice and purple and crap. Alright, let's go back. So, yeah, I want to try that. I want to try that. Okay, we'll see if it works or not. If it do, sweet. If it don't, unfortunate. Right here, maybe. I've done photos of her down here, but that was a long time ago, and we didn't have these gorgeous fucking graphics we got now. I forgot where the lighting is best, and I think that's right about here. I need to do a test real quick to make sure that none of this stuff will disappear as she's sitting in this dang water. So we'll be right back. I want that behind her though, because that right there looks crazy. We are in the clear. She's got the dual swords, so we got to figure out a way to make the swords work. This is all about powerful warriors, okay? This is more of more about the character and their powerful warrior spirit, as well as their beauty. Okay, it was funny because a long time ago I was doing a stream on my Warcraft channel back in the day. Somebody was like, some dude was like, I don't get why so many people just have their female characters half naked all the time. Wouldn't you want your character to feel more powerful by them having more gear? I'm like, you thinking of it the wrong way, my good sir. If someone in a full set of plate is smacking on you, you kind of expect that because they're in a full set of plate and, you know, that person is attuned to their gear and they smacking on you because it ain't nothing to them. But if someone is absolutely smacking the crap out of you and wearing something like that, well, that really shows how much of a fighter you are not. You thought you was Mr. Big Dog until somebody pulled up on you, started smacking you in it. My personal opinion, that would make me realize that, wow, that person is absurdly good. Because how the fuck you just whoop me wearing this? You feel what I'm saying? That's how I always see it. Plus the simple fact that a lot of these games, man, back in the day at least, they weren't shy with making their characters beautiful, right? Now back today, I don't know what's going on. You got gaming companies out here talking about we want to make it more inclusive and make our characters more like you, the player. And then you see the character that they're talking about that's supposed to represent you, and the character's a busted fucking mess. It's like, okay, that's disrespectful as fuck. You just called me ugly and said that you want to make the characters more ugly like me. Nigga, please. Don't disrespect me like that, you feel what I'm saying? Plus the simple fact is, you know what I mean? I make great looking characters. A lot of people out here make great looking characters. Feel me? And you would genuinely be surprised at who are the ones making these mods. If you go on, move to the side here. If you go on over to Cyberpunk and check out all those mods, you will realize that the people who are making a lot of these real skimpy fucking armors and all that, they ain't dudes. Shoot, most of the consumer is the dude. That's the people who's downloading the stuff. People making the stuff though, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Or maybe you wouldn't. Me personally, because I never truly knew who was making the mods, I was surprised to find out who was the one making all mods. Now me personally, I ain't complaining. For some reason though, a lot of people are. A lot of people out here complaining. We need to represent women in gaming better than the people who actually play the games, and they see the crap. It's like, this ain't representing nobody. Like I said, I forgot what gaming company it was. They was talking about, in the ad it said, we're making characters to represent you, and the fucking character busted. It's like, who the fuck is that representing? I'm confused. I just realized she has the wrong top on, because I was supposed to be using the banded joint, not the leather. Oh shoot. Okay, we back in action. Yeah, I just realized she had the wrong gear on. I like the banded one better. The other one is more like a 1990s looking top. I don't like that. It's kind of ugly. That's where this is just a basic 1950s looking stuff. Not that the date of it really matters, considering we're in a realm of Skyrim. Who knows what fucking date these people are in, but this one just looks better. But you know, it's like, you're not really representing anybody. You're not representing anybody at all. As a matter of fact, you're disrespecting the crap out of people. We're gonna make our characters more like you, the player. Number one, I don't make any character based off of me. I tend to accidentally do it when I'm making light-skinned black male characters. Because you'll notice that I tend to accidentally make a lot of them look the same, and that is because they look loosely like your boy. So I gotta fix that. But other than that, it's not a light-skinned male character with a short afro. I don't base characters off myself, ever. I try not to, mainly because it's just... The whole point of playing a game is so that you can create a character. I don't want to play a character that looks like me. I am me. So I don't want to play a character that's based off of me. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? But these dang companies be out here making some bullcrap and then talking about, oh, we made them to look more like you, and then you see the character and they fucking butt ugly. It's like, what kind of disrespectful bullcrap is that? You know what I'm saying? I forgot to delete the other two photos. Hold up. I didn't make it bright enough either. Or kind of disrespectful bullcrap is this? Somehow made them look more like you. Characters, fucking atrocity. That character don't look like me. The fuck? Character don't look like me at all. The characters don't look like most people. I'm sure if you ask anyone who is unfortunately suffering from some form of handicap, I highly doubt when they get in the game and they're glued to a wheelchair constantly in real life because they don't have a choice, that they want their character to be as well. You see that all the dang time. When they was doing all that extra inclusivity bullcrap, he was like, I don't want my dang character in a wheelchair, I'm in a wheelchair. That's like I just said, I don't base characters off me. I'm me. Why would I base a character off myself? I am me. If I want to play me, then I'm gonna get the heck up off the game and go do something outside real quick. Feel me? Game is to what just happened? My game crashed. I forgot. This is why I don't directly connect to Skyrim when you're in maximum graphics, because it will crash. Son of a gun. But at least it won't be directly connected and the footage won't be so laggy. How much smoother that is. How much smoother the gameplay is, dude. You know what I mean? Only thing though, when I am creating a character in a game, I'm more than likely to base off myself is the color of my dang skin. I'm a black man, so more than likely I'm gonna make a black character first. If it's not a black character first, then well, actually I can't even say nothing. Usually it's a black character first. If it's a game I'm not 100% sure about, it'll be a random character, kind of like Black Desert. I wasn't 100% sure about Black Desert when I first started playing it, so that's why Ayane, my little Korean character, that's why she was the first, because I had no clue what the game was about yet, didn't know if I would like it or anything. I'm like, let me just make any old character, let me not take too much time. Although I did end up taking too much time. The point to that is practically the only character I play now. But, you know what I mean? If I'm not so sure about a game, then I'll usually make somebody random. Those characters you guys never see, because obviously I end up disposing of them once I realize that, okay, this is going to be a game I'll play. Unless of course you don't have a choice. I always switch the gear back. Unless of course you don't have a choice, then you know, you play whatever base character is there that you have no choice but to play. But if it's a game with character customization, guarantee that the first character I create will be a black character. Other than that, I don't base characters off myself. Because if that was the case, then each and every single one of my dang characters would look the same. That's boring. Feel me? On a character customization is so that you can create various characters. Making it where each and every single character is fucking dumb looking. Just because you think your audience is a bunch of people that are dumb looking. You know what I mean? Busted, non-busted, whatever the fuck the person may look like. And you base each and every single character off that, that's stupid. That's the point of the player. The player makes their character. I've made dumb looking characters, I've made pretty characters, I've made fucking giant characters who were just meant for sheer size and nothing else important. Just to be, dumb and troll with. You know what I mean? You leave that up to the person. Oh, her swords ain't sticking. I'm like, why the swords not working? You know that, boy. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. It's always a dumb looking character. Apparently these dang developers, some of them, be thinking that everybody look dumb or something. Okay? It don't matter if the character is busted, it doesn't matter if the character is pretty, it doesn't matter if the character is average, but making a dumb looking character some bullcrap, because ain't nobody out here dumb looking, you know what I mean? Everybody got their own style. You might not like it, but that's not your, that ain't up to you, you know what I mean? So if you make all your characters stupid looking, that's a straight diss right there. You dissing people. Who the fuck gonna play your game if you dissing people? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure when I walk up out the house wearing fucking old clothes like I'm from 2002 West Coast, I'm sure there's people probably like, this guy, he's living in the past. Yup. I'm sure. Do I give a crap? No. You know what I'm saying? But if you're gonna force a style upon people, because you, like I said, they was talking about, oh, now your character's gonna look more like you. That's a dang diss, especially when all your characters look stupid. You calling all your fan base stupid. Why I never say fan base. I ain't a fan of no developer until they, well, ever. But I will be friendly of it, okay? I don't call stuff fan bases. I ain't no fan. Because a lot of these people be doing dumb crap. And get upset when their game starts dying. And be like, oh, it's your fault the game is dying. It's like, nah, I just didn't make a good game. Had the nerve to call everybody fucking stupid looking. Got surprised when people was like, okay, we're stupid looking. Your game is trash and we ain't playing it. They get all upset and crap. You know what I mean? That's like but when Bethesda was upset that people weren't a fan of Starfield, make a better game. Simple. You're Bethesda. Your job is to make good games. You know what I mean? You don't make good games, don't make money. Simple as that. Feel what I'm saying? It is that simple. Make a pool game, and nobody wants to play it. There you go. Why you think everybody and their mama still playing Skyrim? Still playing Fallout 4? Because those were the last good games you made. Do better, you know? That's like I saw somebody leave a comment. He was like, man, if people would stop buying the Skyrim slop, well, you know, maybe if Bethesda would make a good game, people wouldn't have to buy Skyrim all the dang time. Now, me personally, I've been playing the same dang Skyrim I've been playing since it dropped. So I don't know what that guy's talking about. Now, if you wanted Skyrim for VR, that's a completely different experience. So that makes sense. It's not like you're buying the one same thing. If you went from Skyrim to Skyrim Special Edition, then sure, maybe. I'm pretty sure I got mine for free, though, because I don't have regular Skyrim. So, some people just be saying stuff just to say stuff. But it's like Saints Row. They kept releasing different Saints Row 3s. Why? Because that was their last good game. Why is Volition no longer a thing? Because Saints Row Reboot, you know, fun gameplay, but Saints Row has always been more than just gameplay. So if you got a really trashy story with really trashy writing with really with poo voice actors, no offense to those people, but at that time they needed a little bit more practice. I'm sure some of them have gotten better now. You know, the voice I used for my character, she was pretty great, so I gotta give her love. The rest of them fools stunk. Simple. Now Volition is no more because they decided to write a whole new game that was all stuck to that whole we hate rich people and Twitter, you know, Twitter fills and all that good stuff. And guess what? The game died. You make a poo game, company dies. You make a great game, your company thrives. You know what I'm saying? Simple. These fools be out here making these boo-boo headed games with stupid looking characters and be like, hey, we made this character to match you. It's a fucking peanut headed character and crap that look goofy. Like, who the fuck looks like this? No one looks like this in the real world. Who you dissing? You know what I mean? Nobody looks like this. I've seen small people, I've seen large people, I've seen really large people, I've seen all kinds of people. These characters that they be creating, don't nobody be looking like this. Okay? These characters be looking stupid. You feel what I'm saying? There are people out here who are unfortunately, you know what I mean, on the well above normal weight, and they don't look stupid. They suffering, unfortunately, but they don't look stupid. They just need some help. You know what I mean? But they still look like people. These characters be looking ridiculous, dude. Like, who you dissing, though? I mean, that's like making the boomer. The boomer from fucking Left 4 Dead and saying, hey, this looks like people. No, I don't look like nobody. Like I said, there's some big folks out here, you know, unfortunately suffering from some crap. And then them people, they look like people. These characters be looking dumb. I forgot what that one game was that just dropped not too long ago that died near instantly. That had a bunch of dumb looking characters. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna have no stupid looking characters. You feel me? My characters got to be, I mean, see what we doing right now. You feel what I'm saying? My characters either gotta be swaggy, or you know what I mean? Fine. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make me a fire little character. Simple as that. Got it with the swords right now too. I'm gonna put them away though. We're not gonna have the swords out for all of them. You feel me? And we got her in this crazy looking room. I knew this was the spot. I had to pull up to this spot. Photos. This is gonna be perfect. Is that 5 with the swords? Let's do 5 without. You know what I'm saying? Don't make busted looking characters. Expect your game to die. Expect your game to die. Don't nobody want to play a game with stupid looking characters. You outright say people look stupid. Now, if you walking out the house with big giant clown shoes on and all kinds of other dumb crap and hype beast stuff like those big red boots everybody named Mom was rocking, now that looks stupid. I ain't gonna lie, that looks stupid. But that comes down to clothing and what people choose to put with on their body. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's some clothing that's just clothing that might not be your style, and then there's other clothing that just downright looks stupid. Hold you on that. Some people's style you might not enjoy. Some people's style is just actually stupid. All this dang video of these dudes talking about big red boots look stupid. But they was wearing the most ridiculous clothing I ever seen in my life, and they were dead serious too. I'm like, okay, now that looks stupid. You talking about those people? I gotta agree. Okay, I gotta agree. The average person, that's disrespectful, baby. That's disrespectful. So when your game dies in just a week or less, you know, you can't be surprised. You can't be surprised. Like First Descendant, like I said with First Descendant, you're gonna need more than a bunch of little purdy characters to get me to play a game that's that grindy. Crap is awful. Everybody agreed. Nobody really playing that game. Probably got like 1,000 players right now. Last time I checked, it was 1,600. Went from 60,000 players on a daily, and then dropping off heavy after a few months. Just the grind is just yuck, man. That's what got me off that game. Like I said, the only way you're gonna get me back on that game, outside of doing photos, but to actually play it, if I find a mod menu, I can cheat however I want. As soon as I get banned, and as soon as it gets banished from my Steam, that is not a game I would give a crap about getting banned from, if I'm being honest. Because that's the only way you can play it. Unless you are okay, of course, with grinding, you know, 8 hours a day for outfits and crap and skins and stuff like that. Personally, I am not. I got my personal opinion, far more important things I'm done right now. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get this channel back afloat, which ain't been too hard, especially with the beauty of Nexus. I always post my videos to Nexus. I used to do it just for extra views, but now I kind of have to do it since I unfortunately deleted everything. I'm waiting for my money to come through. I'm gonna pay off Google and survey invite. Am I getting paid? The fuck? Come on, survey invite. Fucking Call of Duty survey invite. That survey gonna be negative as fuck. Them dang cheaters out your game, so it'll be enjoyable again. That's if that's what you want to know. There you go. There's your fucking survey. Deal with these Cronus Zen players. Get them the fuck out of here. If you Call of Duty, it'll be fun again. But anyways, you know what I mean? Well, shoot, matter of fact, that's another company. They purposely want the Zen players to run around, so now they're gonna have people purposely stop running around and purposely uninstalling and purposely not playing and purposely not paying. You know, you want cheaters to run around in your game. Guess what, people? I mean, it's already been happening. Black Ops 6 is falling off fairly fast for a good reason. There's too many dang cheaters. I found a build that was amazing. Okay, this body twist is not. I'm looking at the whole body, from the neck to the dang spine. If you spinning like that, you're gonna definitely give yourself some spinal injury keeping that up. So we're gonna go ahead and pass by that one. That other one wasn't too bad if her face wasn't under the water. Real cyberpunk looking pose right there. But you know, that's why Cyberpunk is getting so much dang love. They had to release the game early because people were complaining too much. But instead of being, you know, why is my menu so dang? I can't see nothing. What happened? Why is my menu half invisible? What the fuck? I can barely see, man. Oh goodness. What did I do? How did I do that? What happened? Oh well. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's why Cyberpunk getting so much dang love. They had to release the game early because people was complaining just a little too much. So they was like, you know what? Let's just release it. It's gonna have its issues. it did indeed have its issues. Me personally, I barely suffered any real issues. I could show you all some of the pictures I was doing back when the game dropped, and I mean, pretty clean to me. You know, you had a lot of people who bought the game on console, like some dang fools, and those were the main people complaining. Cyberpunk's drop really didn't have that many issues outside of the, at least for me personally, outside of the console players. It was mostly the console players complaining. But, you know, like I said, why in the world are you buying a next-gen game for last-gen consoles? I think people tend to forget that PS4 and Xbox One systems were 13 years old. And at that time, when 2020, when the what's-name dropped, it was 7 years old. Can't handle it correct. Can't be mad that your last-gen console can't handle a next-gen game. And then complain, talking about, oh, this game is buggy, it has so many issues, it's trash. It's not buggy, it's not trash, it ain't got that many issues. You're just playing on that old as fuck, dusty as fuck, ancient console. You know what I'm saying? Because I had bought the game for PC. I'm like, I ain't buying this for console, it's too dang old. My dang console can barely run GTA 5 without fucking glitching out, land disappearing, 30 FPS or less. Why the fuck would Cyberpunk work? I was right. Everybody in mine was complaining. They were all fucking console players. On PC, I had very little issues. I mean, very little issues. I didn't suffer my first major glitch until the end of the game when I had already finished it. I was trying to record a video at the time. I had a OGV sitting up on top of a car. Then when I figured out where I wanted to go, I jumped off the car. I made her jump off the car. When she landed, she died instantly. That was the only major glitch I ever had. My game did not ever crash. From what I remember, at least, it didn't crash. Nothing major. Like I said, that's the honest truth. I had no major issues. People who were having major issues were the people who bought it for fucking last-gen consoles. Like, what y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? These consoles old as fuck. PS4 and Xbox One was like 7 years old at that point. Crap can't run GTA 5. What in the world makes you think it's gonna run a bigger game, heavier game, more in-depth game like Cyberpunk? You know what I'm saying? I can put all the pretty graphic mods I want on GTA and it still will never truly look like Cyberpunk. The crazy thing is, I could just get reshades that are the same as that GTA reshade and it'll end up looking better anyway. Yeah, sure, the GTA will run smoother, but you know, it ain't gonna look as good. Characters definitely don't look as good. A good-looking character on GTA is not the same as a good-looking character on Cyberpunk. Simple. That's the truth right there. Feel what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, at the end of the day, if a lot of these companies want to keep making poo games, hey, that's them losing money, not me. So they could do their thing. Losing money is a priority in 2025 for these gaming companies, and hey, let it be. I'm gonna continue playing my older games that are working just fine. I need Bethesda to never release a so-called next-gen update ever again. And if they do, I ain't downloading, I'm backtracking my dang games this time. That so-called next-gen update was fucking garbage, ruined my Fallout. Luckily, all I really do on Fallout and most of these games now is pictures, but at the time when I was playing it, that really ruined a lot of what I was doing. Alright, and boom, that's a full 10, boy. Technically 20, because we did the scenery pictures too. Let's move on to the next warrior. Oh, I have not figured out who's that's going to be. I kind of thinking today. I feel like I don't do enough archer themed stuff with her. So, let's log into the muscle archer. Okay, we are on the last character. I ain't gonna lie, I forgot I had this fit right here. Okay, I'm like, this is kind of, you know what I mean? It's kind of swaggy, it's kind of saucy right here, right? But I'm like, we need to take her to a place where, you know, like it's good money. I kind of forgot. I pulled up here, but I kind of forgot how whack this place is when you haven't completed the quest. So, looks like I'm gonna have to find a new area. Okay, I found a good spot. I forgot about this place, right? But these two, I forgot they be talking back and forth like crap, like crazy. So we're gonna be hearing these fools a lot. I've been looking for a place with good lighting. This is it. Good windows, at least. Now that one mod I had downloaded made it where you could see the sun rays shining through the window a little better. The problem is I had to have all these other whack mods with it that just wasn't, you know what I mean? It was killing the color I got going here. Okay, it was killing the quality.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves.
Why did it take them so long to start talking again?
Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms.
I fight for the man I've held in my arms.
I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their
See, now I gotta hear these two.
I fight for we few who did.
I done heard these two like a million times now. By
full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my.
Where's the dang standing poses at, man? Oh, there we go.
Empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight so that all the fighting.
Wanting to rule themselves.
For nothing. I fight because
is that right
I
there?
must.
It'll fit. I forgot I had this. I'm like, yo, this is kind of crazy right here. You gonna make her look like she on some royalty type stuff. Okay, although the bottom half was a little ridiculous, so I substituted with something else because that's darker and you can't see anything because it's full. That's where the other one was mesh, pretty much like the dang dress, so you could see everything. Oh, you had to go ahead and do a replacement there. A little bit of gear replacement there. Bit of a gear replacement was very necessary. Because obviously, you know, my game ain't in safety mode and we absolutely can't be having that. Okay, we absolutely cannot be having that. Alright, let me go there and then boom. I can see everything. I was gonna do it with the bow, but I'm like, I really cannot think of any armor. And I've been recording this for a very long time due to the amount of issues and errors I was having beforehand.
But the day words are enough will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer needed.
Okay. And I'm like, I was trying to lean on the theme of soldiers. I mean, to be fair, I did say this was more about interior. Because I for some odd reason, I rarely do take pictures of my characters in interiors. But I wanted to follow the line of soldiers and armor, even if it's light armor. But, yeah, I couldn't think of nothing for her to wear. I'm like, alright, you know, we've been at this for like 4 hours now. I still gotta hop on Black Desert and GTA after this. I've been on the same thing for 4 hours now. Maybe 5, honestly. What time is it? 4:37? No, okay, so about 5 hours now. Yeah, I know it don't look like it because y'all just be seeing the recording part, so some people might not be thinking that it can't be that long, right? Nah, this stuff takes a while. It takes a while. A lot of things happen in between. A lot of issues. Trying to mess around with the new mods to see if any of those were any good. They weren't. So I had to disable those. Then I had to fix the models joint because I couldn't. The poses weren't working. I need this dude to walk faster. I always forget that she has an ever so slight lazy eye. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. But it's all good because she still looked great. So I mean, she kind of always had a lazy eye though, even back when I first made her. I think it's those eyes specifically. I forget which eyes those are, but those eyes give your character a very slight lazy eye. It is pretty slight. You won't notice it unless you notice it. I didn't notice it for the longest until I noticed it. You know, here on the sleeve part is going through her shoulder, or her elbow, I mean, that's the shoulder. There's nothing on her shoulder. Matter of fact, it's actually cut away from the shoulder. What I meant was the elbow. Cover up the Jarl. We don't going up for obvious reasons. You know, that makes her look like, you know, not a model. One of his personal fucking concubines or something. He is a powerful archer with explosive bows. I could take this whole city over right now if I wanted to with just that crossbow. I almost did. Cause that dude, Maul, he talked too fucking much. You better stay out of the business. That's like, that don't even make sense. Whoever wrote that line, don't get me wrong, Skyrim has great lines, great story. But that part is dumb, okay? If you see somebody you've never seen walking around in your city, right? Let's say you're in an area that's tiny, just like these, I almost said Soul Calibur for some reason. So you're in an area that's tiny, just like, Skyrim towns and whatnot. There's like 200 people there, so you pretty much know everybody. But you see this face you've never seen before, right? And you're in this dark business that not very many people know about. You're not gonna pull up to this new person you've never seen and be like, hey, you better mind your own business and stay out of our business. They didn't know you had a business until you said something. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody does that. If you go up to a gang member in real life right now, he's not gonna say, hey, yeah, you better get out of my business. You know what I mean? He's not gonna do that. Why? Because you don't know his business. You have no clue if he has any bad dealings. He knows that. Therefore, he's not gonna mention it to you. Matter of fact, he won't even pay you any dang attention as long as you ain't paying him any attention. That crap always kills me. Then I kill him. Not this time though. I'm trying to get this done. We still gotta get on Black Desert and GTA after this. I've been on Skyrim for like 5 hours now. That's short. I've had some technical difficulties with fucking Cyberpunk that took me 7 hours. That was the first New York episode I did when I had first made I already had Bronx V, but then I was making Brooklyn V. And I, for the life of me, could not remember where those apartments were that made it look like your character was in New York. I was searching for that crap for like 6 hours. Then I kept having issues with certain mods for like another 2 or 3. That video took ages to complete. Oh, that wasn't the longest one. That wasn't the longest. It was long enough. Or this wasn't the longest, I mean. Long enough, I need to hurry up. I'm probably gonna do some more Fortnite joints. On my pretty maps, then my new maps and stuff that I ain't used. Or not new maps, I ain't built no new maps yet. But when I do, those gonna take even longer. Those gonna be days to get something filmed. Or screenshots. I don't know if I would ever do a Fortnite photo session. I don't think that would do all that great. I mean, it could, but right now I'm mostly sticking to the basics. The ones that work well all the time. Fallout, Cyberpunk, Skyrim. Plus they're the 3 that look the best. I mean, don't get me wrong, Fortnite looks incredible, but you're not really gonna see me do this style of photos on Fortnite. You feel what I'm saying? I'm sure there'll be people who'll be like, why not? Because the problem is, when I do these, when I do Skyrim, Cyberpunk, Fallout, I know majority of the people who are gonna watch it are most likely gonna be adults. You feel what I'm saying? I know this because YouTube tells me. If I was to do that with Fort, it probably wouldn't be mostly adults. You feel what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna do anything on Fort, we keep it simple, keep it clean. Could you? I mean, let's keep it 100 here. Some of them dang characters Epic be making, like, this is a kid's game? Why she built like that? Let me stop. But I mean, that's the truth though. It is Epic Games after all, Unreal after all, right? But you know, majority of the people who are going to be watching that is most likely not going to be adults. You feel what I'm saying? Versus if you see Skyrim, Fallout, Cyberpunk, you know what it is. Same with GTA, you know what it is. That's where, you know, Fort, that's a mostly different community. Is there a lot of adults that play it? Absolutely. It's millions of people playing it on a daily basis. But majority of those are probably youngins. You know what I'm saying? So we can't have that happen. But with that being said, my good peoples, that is a full, well, I was about to say full 30, but we actually did 40 because the scenery, that cave was real nice looking. That is a full set. This place is nice. That's a full 30, my good peoples. Alright, we had the day in the building, we had Aaliyah, and we had Rhea? Is that the first character I used? Yeah, that's the first character. It's been so dang long, I forgot. I filmed that part of the video like 3 hours ago. That's how long I've been doing this crap. Look, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell, shows you people join Legend Clan Sports and become legendary. I do all things photography and cinematics, virtual, real life, and sometimes AI. With that being said, oh wait, hold on, check out Instagram. I always forget this part because this is a new part that I didn't used to say. Check out Instagram, that's where I post most of these photos. Deviant for the stuff that's just a little too much for Instagram, but never too much. Don't go over there expecting madness. That being said, I'm out. Oh, check out the gaming channel and the music channel if you want. I'm out.